Howdy y'all, I'm back from Vintage Computer Festival Southwest. So I drove all the way up to Dallas for the weekend and had a great time looking at a whole bunch of retro machines and meeting a lot of cool people. I recorded a lot of footage showing off the stuff at the event. There were a lot of booths that were showing off stuff for the T99 4A. I actually have one of these, so I might be doing a video about one of those pretty soon. They had some computers hooked up with FujiNet to play some card games. We got a 32-bit Amiga CD. It was playing some pinball and doing absolutely terrible at it. A bunch of small little tiny handhelds and a whole bunch of like older PCs, including this one, which if you read on top of it, I think the government used this one. Found this Mac version of Duke Nukem. A bunch of Japanese games. These ones are done by Gainax, so it looks like a whole bunch of dungeon crawlers. Princess Maker 2 looks kind of interesting. Got an Amiga with that one anime I still haven't really watched on it. We got the computer that was in Steins Gate. This weird creepy eye thing, which I still don't know what it's about. And a whole bunch of like other weird kind of like little demos and stuff. We also got like a bunch of keyboards like that are also based off of older keyboards like this Mac 1 and the Commodore. A bunch of Gateway stuff. I had an old Gateway growing up. Roller Coaster Tycoon was on one of them, so I'll have to get around to replaying that. We got this old Russian computer that's playing Tetris and is not in the best condition. Some Sony Vaio stuff. And then they had like a Mac playing Mac Flappy Bird, and I am really bad at it. There was a basic booth that was showing off the Famicom basic stuff. I got one of these myself. I need to really get more into it. I also spent some time at the booth of fellow YouTuber Forgotten Machines, and he was helping me rip a disc. I also met Shankmods, who brought his giant Sony Trinitron. It was really cool getting to actually try that out. He's also really nice. But yeah, a lot of people were playing like Melee on it, played a little bit of Halo 1 and stuff. Even got to see the Weather Channel on it, so that was kind of fun. And the National Video Game Museum had a Doom wad of the Video Game Museum, and that was really cool to actually go around and explore. And speaking of Doom, I found a Next machine that had Doom Ed on it. Yeah, this was the type of machine that they used to make Doom, so it was pretty cool to see that. I also got to check out MDCon that was going on, and look at all these blue mini disc players. Yeah, they had so many different mini disc players, mini discs, like a whole bunch of accessories and stuff too. And this one kind of looks like the one that I have. They had some ones that were the high MD format, a bunch of different ones that belong to the sports brand. These ones are designed to actually put into your car. I kind of want to get myself my own kind of car head unit because that'd be great to be able to use it to listen to mini disc on the go. They had some cameras and then some stuff that you could use to print the stuff from the cameras, a whole bunch of like drum pads and some like mixers that you could actually use. They had some stuff that could display data and like some tablets, but overall MDCon really cool. And I also got a lot of goodies. But how about now I go over some of the things I bought that I paid actual money for. For games, I got Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, another copy of Madden 08, Bahamut Lagoon for the Super Famicom, Mario no Picross for the Game Boy, some Windows 95 rail shooter called Ravage DCX, Dance Dance Revolution 2nd Mix, The Ultimate Doom, Hexen, Half-Life Blue Shift, one of the Quake 2 expansions, Quake 3 Arena, another copy of Duke Nukem 3D. I also bought this thing called the, I guess, Tourne? Apparently this was a Japanese thing that lets you turn your PS3 into a DVR, so that'll be a fun thing to look at in a future video. I also got a Sound Blaster card, some of Sony's movie making suite stuff, a copy from an issue of Big Blue Disc, and lastly, a whole bunch of mini discs. I also bought one more thing, but I'm gonna save that for later because it's definitely the biggest purchase. Well, that was all the stuff that I did buy. Now, what about the stuff that I didn't buy? And by didn't buy, I mean I just took, because they had the free pile. Yeah, they just had some tables set up where people could just bring by stuff they didn't want anymore and anybody could take it. And well, considering my affinity for eWaste, I kind of frequented that table a lot. Here's just a few things I got. Starting with reading material, I got a Windows resource kit for Windows 3.0, a book on Windows 95, and something about a SCSI bus and IDE interfaces, a sealed inbox copy of Microsoft Golf, a sealed inbox copy of Easy Working the Writer, a sealed inbox notebook keypad, another Mogo mouse, still in its box, a bunch of floppy disks, even more floppy disks, a bunch of IDE cables, a bunch of AC adapters, a bunch of these old microphones. Yeah, they got like the Apple logo on them. A Mouser.com back scratcher, a Zenith VHS-C camera, some shareware and more American Online CDs, a bunch of other CDs and like Microsoft Encarta and the children's version, I guess, of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Oh, I'm losing things. Some caddies for CDs, including like these things, which I've never really seen before. Like, it's like if Minidisc wasn't mini. A bunch of 2.5-inch hard drives. I'm not dropping this on the pile. A couple of 3.5-inch hard drives. I'm not dropping those on the pile either. A binder for 5.25-inch floppies. A binder for 3.5-inch floppies. And a couple computers, so let me get these out of the way. In total, I think I got 5 free computers, starting with this Dell Dimension 3000. Then I'll probably turn into like a beefy computer or something. And perfect for this channel, I got a free e-machine. There it is. This Pentium 2 case, which gives off barn fine energy. A PowerBook G4. And this X-Series ThinkPad, which I really like, because it can do this. So yeah, that's all the free stuff I got. I really liked the free pile, but now I think it's time for the thing that I bought that's absolutely my favorite. Da-da-da-da-da! It's a Sony MSX. I've been wanting one for a while, even looking for one on my trip in Japan back in 2023, but kind of the size of it wouldn't really be that compatible with bringing it back with my luggage. And buying one of these and importing it costs at least $200-300, and I got it for $120. And it's a Sony, and it's red, and it hides its little joystick here in the back. Kind of looks like a little microphone. I also got Frontline. Even got a little controller with it. This joypad is really kind of funny looking. Oh, that's kind of weird. I've never had the D-pad be on the right and the 1 and 2 buttons or the A and B buttons be on the left. Huh. So absolutely expect to see this in a future video. But overall, I really enjoyed my time at Vintage Computer Festival Southwest, and I really hope I can go back next year. Let me know what you think about some of the stuff that I got, or how crazy I am for taking all that free garbage. But that's gonna be it for now. So long, y'all.